843 at Lakewood, moving into Cleveland proper at 840, Parma 843. So these storms, again, racing very quickly, but the velocity, the overall wind energy with these storms is giving us a big concern right now. So it's early in the morning. We typically don't have storms like this early, but wow, even with a quick update, bouncing back to reflectivity, you can just see how this storm is just looming over much of the west side of Cuyahoga County. Now, much of Lorain right now is seeing some heavy lightning. Let's take the lightning counter off. We know it's back with a lot of lightning. We talked about that, over 800 lightning strikes just in this radar image alone. But wow, all this red, folks. We're looking at rainfall rates, blinding rain moving through right now through much of Elyria, over to Carlisle, as you get over to Grafton, Avon Lake, as you're seeing some heavy downpours over to the rain as well. You guys are beginning to see the back part of the system, but Westlake, Rocky River, North Olmsted, even as far south as Enid Estates, as you get over to the North Ridgeville area, Strongsville, you guys need to get to your place of shelter. This is not a tornado, but we're looking at some straight line wind damage that's blowing through on the northern edge of this storm. So let's switch it back over to velocity. Let's see what the winds are doing right now. This is the most intense part of the storm, located over Avon Lake, as you get over to this stretch of what road is this? I believe this is Route 20. Over to State Route, this is I-90, excuse me. This is State Route 113, but I-90 right now, I know a lot of people use that route to get to west to east, but it's pretty rough right now. Let's pull up one of our ODI cameras. It's looking more stable right now from Elyria. Brista, can you mind helping me switch things up? Let's pivot the camera a little bit closer to the east to see. Like
Clegg Road, like Westlake?
Yes.
Okay, it's starting to rain
Westlake over to Rocky River.
There you go. Clegg Road.
Okay, all right, so this is how it looks right now. I-90 Clegg Road right now. The traffic's moving along smoothly, so you guys have not been hit with the gusty winds as of now, but again, these storms moving pretty good at about 45 miles per hour. So traffic is moving okay, but earlier we were looking at some of the ODI cameras, some strong winds blowing out of this storm. Well, we're getting some rain on the camera lens right now. So this rain is going to be blowing down pretty aggressively. So lower visibility is going to be the type of rain you may have to pull off to the side of the road.
West of there.
All right, this is just west. This is I-90. We're looking at State Route 252 or Columbia Road here. Yeah, traffic is, you have the blinker ons, you have the people trying to move off to the sides, but it's pretty rough. This rain is coming down pretty hard. This is some aggressive rainfall producers, along with the wind, does not make things even better. So delaying your morning commute. If you live in the metro, that's going to be the ideal thing right now. So my producer is telling me, are we linear or do we have a cut in? Okay. Okay, all right, we're about to go over to linear so we can break in on programming, but we're both going to be on programming and streaming right now, where we continue to track this severe thunderstorm warning, possible tornado attached with this warning as well. So again, here's where all the lightning is located, and this is where we have the strongest winds located right now on velocity as you get over to this northeastern corner of Lorain County. So Avon Lake, Bay Village, North Olmsted over to Lakewood. We're going to keep you guys updated. Join us again on the streaming and linear. Okay, welcome back, folks. We're breaking into programming right now due to a severe thunderstorm warning. We've had reports of real strong winds blowing through Lorain County. This is an image of velocity. This measures the velocity wind speeds and the gusty winds associated with these storms right now. This warning has a possible tornado possibility with this warning and alert that's in place until 9 o'clock. That includes eastern Lorain County and also Cuyahoga County. So this is where we have the strongest wind speeds right now, right on top of Bay Village, moving over to North Ridgeville area of now 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. Also, as you get over to Lakewood, you guys are going to be up next we'll keep you updated right now as we continue to streamline and also breaking in. For these storms to blow through, moving at a fast pace at about 45 to 50 miles per hour. And this is the storm that's in question right now, pretty much centered on top of the metro in Cuyahoga County. We have this warning that's in place until 9 a.m. More than likely, it will be extended to include our easternmost communities as you get over to Lake County, Cuyahoga County. So this storm has been sustained over the past few hours or so. And folks, let's just get right into it. This is what we're looking at. This is our ODOT camera. Right now, this is I-90 at Clegg Road. This is for the west siders, folks. We're looking at some heavy rainfall. Traffic appears to be moving along okay, but some gusty winds, potentially 60 to 70 mile per hour winds blowing through the west side of Cuyahoga County right now. So let's get things back over to reset here. So this is where we are right now. All those little white little dots you're seeing, that is lightning. Lightning, folks. That is indicative of just how how intense this storm is. And this red polygon you're seeing, the National Weather Service, we were seeing a little bit of tightening going on the southern edge of this storm. But again, as we highlight where we potentially could see a little bit of rotation, but again, it was possible tagged as a tornado or potential of tornado with the severe thunderstorm. But we're mainly looking at the velocity, the strong velocity here over to the northwestern corner of Cuyahoga County. So this is a good reading of where we have these low-level winds blowing down from the storm. This is where we have the radar site, and the velocity measures how particles are just blowing into speed of the rain and the wind, and that is where we have the brighter colors. Let's have a tighter shot here. So Rocky River, if you live in that community, you're about to get rocked with some 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, and the radar site right now is right to the southwest of this. So velocity readings right now over Westlake, possibly over 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. Again, we get some quick updates with this because this sail is moving at a pretty good clip at about 40 to 50 miles per hour. So velocity right now, it's still pretty good, although because of this storm is moving right on top of the radar site. I highlight where the radar is site located right now, and this is what we call a blind spot in a radar. Because of these storms are moving right on top of the radar dome, it has a blind spot right on top of the dome. So although it's not showing up as brighter colors, we still have those sustained winds anywhere between 50 to 60, possibly getting as high as 70 miles per hour, folks. So that is strong enough to knock down tree limbs. That's strong enough to knock out power, cause roof damage. Also, there's a threat, maybe some small size hail, but the highest threat with this is we are tracking right now is the damaging wind aspect, the straight line winds, potentially widespread wind damage with this system. So we're waiting on updates right now, but the strongest part of this storm is right on top of the radar site. So on top of the radar dome, it has a blind spot. We have to see how things are behaving as it moves further to the east here. So let's do a quick reset. This is what we have on reflectivity. You can see all the lightning. Let's take the lightning off. Check out all the rain, folks. This is some bright colors we have. This is some aggressive rain that's falling. They've also added on a flood alert for Cuyahoga County as well. So we have the aspect of the straight line winds, and now we're talking about a flood risk just in time for your rush hour drive. Let's bring up those images from downtown to see how things are behaving, because we're looking at whoa, okay, here we go. Here we go, some blinding rain right now that's arrived across downtown. We were just talking about Westlake and Rocky River. Now these storms are just, they are blasting through right at the same pace you would typically drive on a highway, around 50 to 60 miles per hour. So short notice with these storms, but as we all know, as they blow across the metro, they could re-intensify as it takes advantage a little bit more of elevation as it pushes further to the east around 271. So right now, an intense severe thunderstorm is blowing across the metro, bringing some gusty winds. This is how it looks from downtown right now. Possibly looking at additional power outages, some wind damage, also looking at the possibility of additional tree damage with some of these storms as well. So this is how it looks on reflectivity. Let's see what the radar is showing us when it comes to velocity readings right now. This is the best product we can use to track how the winds are blowing out of this storm. So we have some updates. Now we're looking at that wave of higher winds now to the east of the radar site. Now we can have a measurement of how the wind is blowing out of this storm right now. So we put a quick velocity reading of 39 just to the south of Brooklyn. As you get closer to the Ohio City area over to downtown, 40 to 50, possibly 30 mile an hour winds. Again, the vicinity of this radar site is pretty close to where these storms are located right now. So it's, I would say some ground truthness with what's actually happening. We just have a visual confirmation as well. So keep yourself in place, shelter in place, at least for the next 30 to 45 minutes. We have this warning until 9 o'clock. I'm waiting to see if we get any updates from the National Weather Service right now, but we only have a flood advisory. This is for Cuyahoga County. And we're also getting more updates when it comes to the flooding risk. But again, severe thunderstorm warning for Cuyahoga, Cuyahoga County, Lake County, now Summit County. This is a brand new warning issued just a minute ago. This goes into 9:15. So we do have an extension to this warning now through much of the metro, including Summit County and also portions of Cuyahoga County right now. So let's see how the latest polygon looks right now. So we got a pretty large polygon right now, a couple polygons. Where you see the red outline, that is a tornado possible. With the National Weather Service and looking at velocity, we're thinking we can have some tightening of the low-level winds on the southern branch of this storm, but we're mainly just looking at some wind, straight line winds is blowing through much of the metro. Now we're seeing where this storm, the highest wind speeds are located, blowing from downtown, now moving into much of the Heights area, and that's where we have their brand new warning located for eastern Cuyahoga County, Lake County, Cuyahoga County. Again, a brand new warning now until 9:15. Let's look at some of our ODOT cameras. This is Lakewood right now. This is I-90 at West 117th right now in Lakewood. You guys are seeing the back part of this system. So, Bristol, let's see if we can get something from the east side. Again, these storms, it's hard to keep up because they're blowing. Okay, we have a photographer that's outside. We also have a live shot from the inner belt as well. Let's see how that looks. Bristol's trying to update our ODOT cameras.
There's the inner belt.
Okay, this is the inner belt right now. This is downtown. This is from our photographer, Tim Coffey. He's out looking at the gusty winds, the heavy rain. This is right now. This is from my backyard downtown from WKYC Studios. Backyard looking at some gusty winds. Not exactly the straight line winds we were looking at off to the west, but we certainly have some torrential downpours. Certainly something that could slow you down from downtown as we were just hit with it. That quick blowing of 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. Very brief, but right now we're in the meat of the heavy rainfall right now. So let's get things back over to radar and see where we stand right now. We got to quickly update things because we're looking at some gusty winds that's moving at a pretty good fast pace here. So this is where we have the strongest winds. And I want to show you, and I really want to highlight what we're looking at with this radar image. Notice how we have this backwards bowing segment here. This is something you don't want to see with a thunderstorm. That's letting me know we have a lot of rear flow energy on the backside of this storm that's helping this storm sustain its wind energy as it continues to push off to the east. So the backside in the upper levels of the atmosphere is blowing down and blowing down to the surface. It's being ingested into the storm and blowing down into the surface. So the leading edge where we have the stronger winds, that's possible. That is where the straight line wind potential is right now, moving into eastern Cuyahoga County, just on the east side. So east siders, folks, this is something you guys need to take heed to. You guys are definitely seeing the darkening of the clouds, and this storm is moving fast. So it's going to be short notice, but this is where we have the strongest wind speeds right now over to Cuyahoga Heights, over to Cleveland Heights, excuse me, as you get over to Mayfield Heights, Pepper Pike area, over to Bedford, even as far south as you get over to Macedonia. You guys need to shelter in place for the next minute or two because this is where we have the strongest wind speeds right now, and it's showing this backward C segment you're seeing on reflectivity. You just see how the lightning is continuing to pop up here. So this storm is continuing to feed off the energy that's in the upper levels. We do have a boundary layer that's offshore, so it's feeding off the upper level energy and it's blowing down into the storm. And the storm itself is trying to keep up. That is why it's fanning out like a backward C, this bowing segment that's letting me know that this storm is continuing to feed off that energy and it's blowing down to the ground. So So straight line winds, that is the biggest thing we're looking at this right now. I know we're under that threat of maybe a tornado associated with this, but straight line wind damage is definitely something that's taking shape right now. You can just see the shape of it on reflectivity. Let's get things back over to velocity here. Again, that is where we have the straight line winds right now blowing through, where you see the brighter colors. Let's check it out on velocity here. Anything over 58 mile-an-hour winds, that's considered severe. They're strong enough to knock down power lines, tree damage, knock down shingles on rooftops. That's something that you need to really take heed of. 40 to 50 mile-an-hour winds over to Parma. Right now, you're seeing 49 mile-an-hour winds. Stronger winds further offshore, but Euclid, haven't forgot about you guys. This part of the system is going to be blowing in your direction, looking at 55 plus mile-an-hour winds right now. All right, we got the 3 box going on. This is our camera. This is for our CSU camera looking at the inner belt. Okay, so we got the heavy rainfall blowing through downtown right now, and we're seeing the backside of the system. So the camera view we have right now is just to the east of where we have, or just to the west of where we have these stronger winds. Let's check out some of our ODOT cameras right now. Let's see if we can pull up something from 271, especially as you get over to the Mayfield Heights area. 271 over to I-90, you get to that leg of the interstate. That is where we're going to be expecting some gustier winds to blow in. We're hearing some rumbles outdoors right now. All right, this is a live shot. This is our ODOT camera, okay. Brissa, she's helping me out. This is 271 at Cedar Road. Things are looking okay right now, but definitely you guys are about to be hit with a good gust of wind.
Northbound and southbound, you can see there's some ponding even off to the sides and the shoulders, and it's getting really dark. Some drivers are even traveling with their flashers on, their hazard lights on right now, Anthony.
Okay, so that's a part of the equation as well. We have that flood advisory, that flood alert that includes all of Cuyahoga County as well. So the heavy rainfall producers, and then you add on the threat of flash flooding during your morning drive. This is why you need to keep things at least settled for the next 30 to 40 minutes and let these storms blow through, because you're looking at blinding rain, you're looking at gusty, damaging winds blowing through, and now you have flash flooding. This rain is coming down aggressively with the wind, and also rainfall rates upwards to 3 to 4 plus per hour, per inch, folks. This is some heavy stuff that's blowing through. So here it is, folks. Let's do a quick reset. We have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. That was a live shot again. This is looking off to the east. We have that severe thunderstorm warning that has been extended to include eastern Cuyahoga County, Lake County, and Cuyahoga County until 9:15. This storm is moving to the east at about 45 miles per hour. Let's do a quick track and reset things right now. So let's zoom in on it. This is where we have the strongest winds located on the onset of the storms right now. On the leading edge of the storm, that is where we have those 40 to 50 mile-an-hour winds. So let's put a tracker, let's say the next 40 minutes or so. So Willoughby, as you get over to over to Menor over the next 10 minutes or so at 8:47 for you guys, Menor at 8:53, Painesville at 9:01, over to Shaler'sville at 9:11, 9:17 Nelson. So these communities, you guys are going to be experiencing some gusty winds, some damaging winds, straight line wind damage reported with some of these storms, a boatload of lightning, a ton of electricity. Those are the two reasons enough to remain indoors. And if you're planning on hitting the roads right now, that's not going to be ideal. It is a mess across the metro with flooding, blinding rain. We have a flood alert as well, and this rain is coming down at 3 to 4 inches per hour. So some real nasty stuff that's blowing in. So this is the latest tracker we have when it comes to where the storm is going to be heading out to next. Let's cancel that out and let's see where we're looking at as far as where the storm is right now. So again, oh my goodness, this is a live shot from Edgewater. You guys are just seeing the backside of this rain. You guys have already been hit with some heavy downpours, but this is a good look of how it's looking outdoors with some heavy showers, some heavy downpours, but that straight line wind damage potential is still blowing through much of the east side of Cuyahoga County right now. This is another shot from our Roker camera looking outdoors downtown. You guys been hit, but now we're just looking at the backside of this system, just some moderate to light showers as the storm continues to blow through. The Brown Stadium, we're seeing a lot of lightning as well. Oh, yeah, we also have the food fires tonight. So we also could be looking at additional chances of showers and thunderstorms, but we're focusing on this morning storm that's blowing through right now. Let's see if we can pull up anything from Lake County, maybe over to, as you get over to Ashtabula. Let's see how things are looking along 271. That's going to give us a little bit of an aspect of what we're looking at right now. So, again, this is what we're looking at, this Boeing segment. This is what we call a Boeing segment. It is fed by the rear flow inflow notch. That means a lot of upper level energy is blowing down from this system. This is Lake Erie Bluff. Where is this located? This is in Paynesville. Paynesville, you guys need to shelter in place. I know it's the morning, but you guys need to shelter in place. You guys are up next of experiencing some gusty winds, upwards to 40 to 50 miles an hour winds. And let's do another tracker, folks, because we need updates as we go for the next 15 minutes. So it's knocking on your doorsteps right now, moving through Euclid as you get over to Fairport Harbor, Menor. You guys are seeing some light rain over to Paynesville. The rain is going to be picking up in intensity, and this is also where we have the highest wind report right now. My goodness, those brighter colors. Wow. Willoughby Hills, 65 mile an hour winds over to
Willoughby Hills right now.
Over to Lakeland. All right, can we pull up that shot from Weather 6?
Yes.
Let's pull it up. Let's see how it looks. This is from
90 at 271 Willoughby Hills.
Willoughby Hills, this is 90 at 271. All right. Wow, folks, this is where we have the straight line winds blowing through right now. We have a lot of rain on the lands. The rain is coming down pretty heavy. Traffic's, I have to imagine they're slowing down or some people are pulling off on the shoulders here, but this is what you don't want to travel into, folks. Just keep things indoors, maybe call ahead. I know you have to be there on time, but we got a severe thunderstorm warning blowing through the metro right now. This is a hazard. This is something you don't want to be traveling in. This is some harsh rain and wind is blowing through 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. This is another shot from Fairport Harbor. You can see how the clouds are darkening. So we have those type of clouds. It looks like a little spaceship, right? That is the low level humidity that's being fed into the storm. So you're going to see the darkening in the clouds, and followed by the darkening in the clouds, you have this straight line winds, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. So let's clear it off. We know where the strong winds are located right now. Let's put a quick little tracker on this. So this is moving to the east at 45 miles an hour. So the next 20 minutes, Kirtland at 850, Menor at 853, Paynesville, you guys are seeing the dark clouds at 9:02. So you guys got about 14 minutes to keep things indoors as these strong winds are going to be blowing through over to Middlefield at 9:07. So, wow, Euclid, you guys were hit with a quick round of some heavy gusty winds. Right now, you're on the backside of things, but this is the most intense part of the system right now. To do a little bit of telestrating just to show you, this is the most intense part of the system right now that's blowing through Western Lake County, Menor, Fairport Harbor, even locations like Chester over to Russell, Munson. You guys are up next, but this is where we have the straight line winds that's blowing through much of the eastern side of Cuyahoga County, now moving into Lake County as well. So let's see what they have as far as any updates from the National Weather Service. We had a report of 59 mile an hour winds reported from Burke Airport. Severe thunderstorm warning that has continued for Cuyahoga and Lake County. That was reported at 8:44 here. So again, no new updates when it comes to the warning. We still have this warning until 9:15. But again, velocity. This is the most severe part of the storm. Straight line winds. We're looking at widespread wind damage, possibly widespread power outages because of this. And certainly we have the heavy rainfall that's blowing through, that's causing lower visibility, ponding on the roadways. We have a flood advisory out for Cuyahoga County as well. So this rain is coming down aggressively. It's quickly ponding, and it's hitting right in time for your morning drive. So I really advise keep things indoors, maybe showing up to work 10 o'clock compared to 9 o'clock. It's going to be rough, folks. So again, as we go throughout the next 15 minutes, all right, we get let's pull up a quick ODOT camera. Next 30 minutes or so, we're going to be watching out for those communities as we go into Lake County and also into Cuyahoga County. This is a live look. This is I-90 at Baker Road in Perry. No rain yet. But you guys are under the warning until 9:15. This is I-90 at Baker Road. Dry skies, dry conditions, but these storms are going to be blowing through rapidly. They're moving to the east at 45 to 50 miles per hour. So that's a quick updated look at how things are looking further off to the east. Quick reset here. So again, this is where we have the severe thunderstorm warning that includes Cuyahoga County, Summit County, northern part of Summit County, all of Cuyahoga County, and Lake County. This warning to the west goes until 9 o'clock, so we have about 8 minutes to go on that one. Could be extended or trimmed down to include locations to the east of 71, and we have this warning until 9:15 for Lake County, Cuyahoga County as well. So that is the latest alerts we have. I also want to look at where we have this flood warning around as well across the metro. I believe they're still going with this flood advisory. This is till 11:30 for this morning. So that's a second aspect of the equation here for this morning as well. So check it out, folks. We're still seeing a lot of lightning even on the backside of this system. This is just intense stuff here. But this is where we have the higher wind speeds blowing through. Menor right now, you guys are seeing some gusty winds. Chester, you're seeing some gusty winds, and also locations further down to the south. Russell over to Bentonville as you get over to, Bentleyville as you get over to eastern Cuyahoga County. You guys are seeing some heavy downpours and also some gusty winds. Let's look at velocity, see what it's doing. Yeah, still pretty intense with the heavy wind speeds blowing through. And check it out over the past hour or so. You just see the rapid pace of these winds. Started in Lorain County, blew through the west side, east side of Cuyahoga County. This is just over the past 60 minutes. You can just see how things have evolved and blew through. And now we're looking at a more of a traditional backwards C segment, this Boeing segment that's letting me know these winds are blowing behind on the upper levels of the system and blowing down. And when they blow down and hits the surface, it doesn't care. It can blow through trees. It can knock down a lot of power outages. It can knock down power poles. It can knock down shingles off roofs. And it also can cause a lot of problems on the streets as you are traveling. This is Menor. This is what we're talking about, folks. This is straight line winds blowing through. My goodness, folks, you need to stay indoors. Potentially looking at a lot of things blowing around because of these strong winds, heavy rain, low visibility. But yeah, this is not just a quick gust of wind. Straight line winds, we're looking at minutes of high wind speeds that's blowing through. This is from Fairport Harbor. This is in Lake County where we have the strongest winds. This is in Menor, just to the west of Fairport Harbor. So you guys are going to be up next. North Madison, you guys are up next. But as we take a look at what's happening on radar, get prepared for scenes like this. This is where we have this Boeing segment located. And this is where we have the strongest winds are blowing through right now. It's not only for Lake County. I don't want to exclude any of our communities across the metro, but we're still looking at possible 40 to 50 mile an hour winds still blowing through Walton Hills as you get over to the Solon area. Also, Twinsburg, you guys are seeing some gusty winds. If not, you guys are up next over to Northfield, Boston area, northern Summit County. You guys are included in this warning as well. So folks, take heed to the warning. This is not a tornado warning. That's a very high-end severe thunderstorm warning due to straight line winds is blowing through. So let's check out what we're looking at as far as velocity readings. 47-mile-an-hour winds, not exactly severe. Solon, you guys are seeing some gusty winds over the Solon, over the 40 to 50-mile-an-hour winds. So we got to cut back in. We'll have the latest coming up. All right, folks, continuing with this weather impact alert, we just had to reset for programming and everything else was streaming and linear and stuff. But happy you guys are tuning in. If you live on the west side of Cuyahoga County, you guys are severe clear. East side of Cuyahoga County, Lake County, we're looking at some strong winds. Could check back in with us and also keep it locked here. But when it comes to these warnings, we will continue to track. Also into Summit County, we also have a new warning that includes Portage County as well. These storms are moving rapidly, folks, at about 40 to 50 miles per hour. So it's moving at the same pace you would typically drive on an interstate. So this is going to be a short notice type of thing, but you need to stay indoors because we're looking at some straight line winds that's blowing through quickly, and that's going to cause a lot of problems on the road. So I do not recommend hitting the roads within the next 30 minutes, especially if you live east of 77, closer to the lake shore. So this is what we have right now. Quick reset here. We're still going with this warning for Cuyahoga County until 9 o'clock. They're going to be trimming that down eventually, and they have extended this warning for now, including much of Summit County, Portage County, and all of Cuyahoga County as well. As we look at the latest readings right now, this is until 7 till 9:45. This brand new warning, and I believe this warning still continues until 9:15. So they're going to be enduring in the southern part of this storm for the communities south of I-90. Meanwhile, where we have the strongest winds, this is located in Lake County and Cuyahoga County right now. So let's zoom in and see diagnosing what's happening right now. This is what we have on reflectivity. Check out all the lightning, folks. Let's just focus on it. You're definitely going to see and see how intense the lightning is, and that is just letting me know we're dealing with some real intense winds, and this storm is not really letting up. It's feeding off the upper level energy we have still stored aloft here. So a lot of lightning over the past 15 minutes just in this radar image here. over 700 lightning strikes reported in this radar image. Southern Cuyahoga County now moving into northern Summit County, into Medina County. This is just incredible lightning, along with some heavy downpours right now. That's something I haven't talked about, but the rainfall rates, wow, all the brighter colors you're seeing, that's potentially upwards to rainfall rates 2 to possibly 3 inches per hour. This one is saying 7 inches per hour. So we have this flood alert, this flood advisory that only includes Cuyahoga County, but you have to think this rain is coming down aggressively. It's going to be ponding up and accumulating quickly. That's something to slow you down. This is a live look from Chardon. This is in Cuyahoga County. Things are looking okay right now. Just some heavy rainfall. Whoa, was that a lightning strike? I don't know. That was a quick little flash of lightning, something. Wow, okay. I've just talked about the intensity of the lightning, and we possibly had a lightning strike or around or near a quick little flash of lightning. But when it comes to the wind energy right now, it looks pretty stable from Cuyahoga, from Chardon right now in Cuyahoga County. And so we talked about the rainfall rates. Let's switch things back over to velocity, because that is the top of mind thing right now. And we have some strong winds is blowing through. And this is where we have the strongest winds located in Cuyahoga County, Lake County, and portions of far eastern Cuyahoga County, and also northern portions of Summit County right now. So here it is where you see the brighter colors. This little part of the system, this storm, this is where we have those straight line winds that's quickly blowing through. They're going to be in and out quickly. This is not going to be a long durational event, but the quick gust of wind that could last upwards to a minute or two, that can knock down power, that can knock out power, knock down power lines, tree limbs. We're talking about some pretty good tree damage with this, with the potential looking at some 60 to 70 mile an hour winds just to the east of Menor. So North Madison, Fairport Harbor, you guys are up next. Munson, you're seeing some heavy rain, along with some 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Let's check out Solon right now. 40 to 50 mile an hour winds, even back down to Brecksville, 30 to 40 mile an hour winds. So this is where we have this swath of heavy, gusty, damaging winds, straight line winds. This is not rotational, quick little burst of winds. This could easily dish out widespread damage across northern Cuyahoga County and certainly into Lake County. And that is where we have these camera images coming up from. This is what camera we're looking at right now. This is in Paynesville. We have lower visibility. This is looking out to the lake. Not a lot of lightning, but definitely we're looking at the potential of some gusty, disruptive winds that's blowing through right now. So on velocity, this is just radar data. This is gold right here, where we have the cameras just showing what this storm is actually doing. And I also have Brissa. She's out here. She's going back and forth with the old dot cameras right now. This is I-90 State Route 86 in Paynesville. Camera is shaking, letting me know, yeah, gusty winds, those straight line winds have arrived. Traffic is trying to move along, but you just see, people have their blinkers on. They have their hazards on. They're trying to help out the drivers behind them to let them know you're slowing down. You need some guidance. This is what we can do, but the best thing you can do is to remain indoors and let this storm blow through. It's moving very fast, so it's not going to be with us all that long. But right now, this is where we have the highest winds located right now. Much of downtown, we're just seeing some light rain. We were hit with some gusty winds and some lightning and some thunder shortly about 15 minutes ago. But now much of the energy is pushed off to the east. So here it is. We have this severe thunderstorm warning, Lake County, Cuyahoga County, until 9:15. We also have the extension of this warning to include the southern part of this storm. This is until 9:45. So you can just see where all the lightning is located, but the strongest winds are located along the leading edge of the northern part of this storm. Down here, possibly some gusty winds, upwards to 40 to 50 miles an hour winds. But again, it's just looking at a lot of lightning, some heavy downpours for much of the Akron, Copley area as you get over to the Boston, over Macedonia areas. Just looking at possibly a lot of lightning for sure, some gusty winds, but the straight line winds, the likelihood of that, it's higher. We're blowing through Lake County and Cuyahoga County right now. This is a live look. This is Fairport Harbor. And you guys are just minutes away, possibly seconds away. You can see the lightning, you see the winds picking up. Certainly see the heavy rainfall blowing in, but you know, Lake County, you guys are seeing the brunt of the damaging straight line winds blowing through right now. It just looks ominous out there. So these are the type of impacts we're talking about. These winds could blow down and deal out a lot of damage, and we have this upper level support that's allowing this storm to remain and sustain. We've been tracking this same storm since earlier this morning, since 5 o'clock, but I've been telling people, hey, we got a boundary to the north of us, so it's feeding off that upper level energy, and that upper level energy is allowing these clouds to really bubble up, and as they do, they push all that wind energy down to the surface. So therefore, that is why we have this Boeing segment that's showing up. It's not as defined as it was about 15 minutes ago, which is great news, but certainly we're still looking at a lot of wind energy on the onset, on the leading edge of this system right now. So when it comes to the velocity, let's switch things over. That's the best product we can use with this scenario. All right, we got a brand new scan going on right now. Let's zoom in. Let's get a tighter shot in here over the Menor as you get over to Thompson area. All right, let's reset one more time. Here we go. All right, now we got North Madison up next. We have trouble up next. Right along this 322 stretch in the eastern Cuyahoga County. Chardon, you're seeing some gusty winds. Do we still have that camera from Chardon coming in? Because more than likely, they're seeing those 50 to 60 mile an hour wind speeds that's coming in. Hopefully that camera's still okay. All right. Well, it seems like things are a little bit more stable. Our radar data is a little bit delayed. It gives us updates every 5 minutes. So this storm is moving very quickly. So the data we're receiving and showing you could be a few minutes delayed compared to what's actually happening. But more than likely, Chardon, we were seeing some torrential downpours. Embedded in those torrential downpours, more than likely you guys saw some 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. If you take a look at what's happening on velocity, you guys need to be in shelter right now over to North Madison as you get over to Trouble, Orwell, also over to Lenox. Let's get over to Trouble County, Bristol, northern Trouble County as you get over to Kingsman. You guys are up next, and let's put a quick tracker on this right now because, okay, the rain is one thing, but the wind energy with this is another thing, and that's causing a lot of problems right now. So next, let's go to the next 30 minutes with this tracker here. So we're tracking the winds. North Madison, 908, Geneva at 915, Saybrook at 921, Ashtabula at 928, over to Fowler, we're looking at 938. So this is going within the next 30 minutes. The storm is moving, last I checked, at 45 to 50 miles per hour. It kind of goes back and forth depending on how it's moving across the terrain here, but overall average speed is around 45 miles an hour. So we have this warning in place, the extension of it until 9:45. We also have another warning that's continuing to 9:15. We also have an update with power outages. Go ahead. Okay. All right, folks, 18,000 customers are out of power, according to Force Energy. 7,500 in Cuyahoga County, 6,600 in Lorain County. So you guys already woke up many of customers in the dark. So now we're adding on to that tally due to these storms that's blowing through. So, you know, we're looking at straight line winds, and we're expecting widespread damage due to just how the winds are behaving in this storm and blowing through. So that's the quick update we have when it comes to the power outages, and this is where the strongest winds are located right now. Again, we'll go through the list. North Madison, get to your place of shelter, or at least just keep things indoors. This is not a tornado. I'm not saying get into the most central part of your apartment or house, but just keep things indoors, away from windows. You're really going to hear the lightning and thunder, and also you're going to be hearing the wind speeds really pick up over to North Madison at 9:08. If you get over to Geneva, okay, it's 9:10 right now. So yeah, it's right blowing through right now. As you get over to Geneva at 9:15, Saybrook at 9:21, over the Asheville at 9:28, Fowler at 9:38. So let's clear this out and let's see where we have how the winds are further down to the south. So again, we still have this this warning until 9:45. That does include Summit County over to Portage County as well. Let's pull up that webcam again. I didn't want to dismiss that. That's in Geneva right now. So, okay, we got to keep a close eye. Things are looking okay, but Geneva on the lake. So this is right at the lake shore where we have some strong winds. Again, potentially 60 plus mile-an-hour winds potentially blowing through. So, you know, if you're going to be hitting the roads, I know it's early in the morning, but keep things indoors. This is going to certainly slow you down, and it's a potential hazard. Straight line winds blowing through Cuyahoga County right now. So let's focus on the southern part of the storm, because the National Weather Service issued this warning. Again, this part of the warning where we have Summit County, Portage County, this is until 9:45. And now they're saying the potential hazards: ping pong size hail, 60 mile-an-hour winds. My goodness. All right, let's look at what's our hail product is showing right now. Wow. Okay. All right, so we've been looking at some potential but significant size hail since over the past 30 minutes. This is in northern Medina County, also now moving into the Copley area. And this part of the system has a lot of lightning, as I was mentioning, heavy rainfall for sure. Now we're throwing on the potential of seeing some hail with this, ping pong size hail. Check out the latest readings with this. This is what already happened. I mean, over an inch in diameter. So yeah, ping pong size hail. Keep in mind, an inch in diameter, that's considered quarter size hail. Anything above that, now we're looking at ping pong to tennis ball to lemon size hail as it continues to grow in size here. But again, we got a pretty decent swath of some significant hail that's blowing through. So we got to watch out for the hail aspect with the southern branch of this system, as well as we take a look at what's happening on reflectivity here. So my goodness, yeah, let's take off the lightning. Let's see where we have wow, okay, well, we have a little bit of a hail core right now to the west of Akron, right now about to blow through much of downtown. Let's see if we can get a shot from downtown Akron, any place from eastern Summit County, because now we've had some confirmation, at least some radar confirmation of hail being reported from this side, from this part of the storm right now. And you know, this is definitely something that can cause some damage. I'm sorry,
This is
Bristol.
Akron in weather 6 right now.
Okay, let's pull up weather 6. I just want to give you, just want to give our viewers a quick shot of what's happening. This is State Route and Hudson Drive. It's just looking at rain right now, but no hail is falling. But my goodness, I mean, we've got to take that into mind. The National Weather Service has continued this with this severe thunderstorm warning for Summit County and also Portage County to 9:45. Their biggest hazard is not the straight line winds. It's now ping pong size hail potentially with this part of the storm. So we have a hail core that's setting up, embedded, nested inside of this storm right now. And according to reflectivity, where we have the brighter colors, that is where we're diagnosing potentially where we have this hail that's falling from this storm right now, just to the east, just to the west side of Akron. Now, just to the north of Barberton, you guys are just seeing some heavy rainfall, but that is potentially where we can have some hail reported, or some hail falling out of this system right now. Again, quick update. Now we have some brighter colors. So, folks, take heed to this. This is potentially looking at some significant size hail that's blowing out of this system. And now where we have the yellow, keep in mind, I was just mentioning about the size of hail, potentially, indeed, ping pong size hail, at least from radar estimated on radar when it comes to potentially looking at this hail that's falling out of this system right now. So no new updates from the National Weather Service. I just want to see if they have any, local storm report. This is in Copley. This is reported from Copley at 9:14. A train spotter reported an 1.5 inch diameter hail. So that's about this size. So that is ping pong size hail that's falling, causing a lot of potentially damage to windshields, roof damage, trees, crops. All those things you got to take into mind. And we continue to have an update with the hail potential. But again, this was reported from a train spotter at 9:14 a minute ago. So it is still potentially falling out. Another storm report, inside hail. This is from Fairlawn, Summit County. All this is coming from Summit County, folks. We got some significant size hail that's coming out of this system that you definitely need to take in mind and keep things indoors. So we got to track the wind, we got to track the hail. So here it is. This system is moving at about 45 miles an hour. So let's get my measurements intact here and let's time out the hail at this point, folks. This is something else. Next 30 minutes, we're looking at Cuyahoga Falls at 9:24, Stowe at 9:28, Kent at 9:23 in Portage County, Ravenna at 9:41, Atwater at 9:47. That is where we have the strongest part of the storm, producing quarter-sized to potentially ping-pong-sized hail being reported from this storm that's falling out of the storm right now as we speak. We had a couple reports already from Summit County. So we have the hail part of the storm, and we have the straight line wind aspect of the storm as well. So let's do a quick reset here. This is where we have a line of storms that's blowing through. This is also the northern branch of the storm. The good news about this, when we're looking at this image on reflectivity, we were looking at that backward C, that Boeing segment about 15 minutes ago. Now it appears to have a little bit more cluster characteristics to it. That's letting me know maybe some embedded gusty winds compared to a more organized, uniform, straight line wind potential with this, but still producing a lot of lightning with this. Let's, as we get into the next 15 minutes, let's check out the velocity readings on this. We have this warning now including Ashtabula County. Now this is to 9:45. So we have a couple of warnings, large polygons into 9:45. That now includes Ashtabula, Trumbull County. And we also have that one polygon down to the south, Summit County over to Portage County, both time frames at 9:45. So that's the brand new update we have, along with the hail being reported in Summit County as well. So let's talk about the wind speeds. Let's get over to the velocity here. Wow, still looking incredible. Now, this storm is still several miles out from where we're pulling in data. The radar site is on the west side of Cuyahoga County. So it's looking somewhat on the lower in the mid levels of the storm cloud. So potentially as we draw on the velocity, it's pulling from that section of the storm. I'm not saying 70 to 80 mile an hour winds are blowing down, but by the time it gets to the ground, we have to possibly subtract a few miles per hour from this. So maybe 60 to 65 mile an hour winds are blowing through, crossing over state lines. Bristol, do you have that that ODI camera from Ashtabula pulled up? Okay, all right.
Let me grab it. Stand by.
So we're seeing radar data, but let's have a little bit more of a visual truth of what's happening, because we do have an ODI camera. There it is. This is I-76. This is in Arlington, I believe. This is further down to the south, yes. I-76.
Here is the Ashtabula County line, I-90 right now.
Okay,
so it's moving on in.
All right, yeah, that is where we have that swath of heavy winds right now blowing through western Ashtabula County. I-90 traffic, okay, but we do have that warning in place until 9:45. This is moving to the east at 40 to 50 miles an hour. Check out the trees. Check out how the rain is falling. Really at an aggressive pace. We have a lot of ponding on the roads. We have the wind blowing around the trees. You just see the treetops just blowing around because of those winds, potentially upwards to 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. And keep in mind, we have a little bit of terrain out there, a little bit of elevation. So we have those higher wind speeds blowing out of the base of the thunderstorm. If we're meeting up with the thunderstorm a little bit sooner because of the elevation, that was allowing those wind speeds to sustain and be even stronger compared to the lower elevation we had across the metro. So the little sneaky elevation we do have across the lakeshore, across the snow belt. But you definitely can see how the winds are blowing across I-90. We are not controlling the cameras. This is an ODOT camera, but it's definitely trying to highlight where we potentially could see those flash flooding and also where we have those stronger winds blowing through. So that is where we have the stronger winds, 50 to 55 mile an hour winds blowing through. So Ashtabula, if you're listening, stay indoors. Stay indoors. I know it's rush hour. You have to get to your place. Call the bosses, call the managers, call the supervisors. Hey, I need about 30, 40 minutes before I get to my place. I'm tuning in. It looks pretty bad outdoors, and it is bad. Not only with the heavy rainfall, we're looking at some straight line winds. You guys are up next, Ashtabula, and it's knocking on your doorsteps, and it's blowing through at the same pace you will travel on I-90 at about 45 to 50 miles per hour. Very rapid pace here. So here it is on velocity. Let's do a quick reset when it comes to what we're looking at velocity. Brighter colors, but I just want to get an overall trend of how these winds are blowing through. So 60, 47 down to Cuyahoga County, 50 mile an hour winds. Haven't forgotten you guys down in Trouble County. We have 60 mile an hour winds down to the south. So this is just a good estimate, radar estimation of velocity of the wind energy with that's blowing through Cuyahoga County now at this point, eastern Lake County. Hey, Bristol, you got something on traffic?
Yeah. Let's take a look outside real quick. Just another look at what you just showed there. I-90 here at the Ashtabula County line. Road conditions are very, very wet. And as Anthony's been saying all morning long, these storms, they are moving east right now. And they are moving quickly. So right now we're seeing the thickest of it out towards the Ashtabula County line. You can see ponding's already starting to pile up on the side of area roadways. And if history keeps repeating itself from all the camera shots that we have been seeing, you are going to get a very big soaking. Hazards will likely come on. And you might have to pull over if you can, because the storm is coming down so fast that it will reduce your visibility for sure. If we take a look at the big picture map right now, all this blue and green popping up is the storm that Anthony has been tracking. So it is moving eastwards on into Lake County and on into Ashtabula right now. So here is that shot that we just saw from. Right now, the thickest of it is traveling on through the Menor and into the Perry area. But Ashtabula, you are certainly next. We're already starting to see some of that rain coming on down. If we zoom on in, take a little bit of a better look. Again, I-90 travelers, get ready for that. Eastbound and westbound if you're traveling in between Euclid, Menor on into the North Madison area. Just get ready. You're going to be traveling at some slow speeds. Your windshield wipers will certainly be working very quickly. Visibility is definitely low. We are seeing lots of ponding starting to build up, as well as road spray from the vehicles in front of you. So you're going to want to travel slow. Give yourself some extra time. Not impossible to drive through, but again, just going to add a few extra moments to that commute. It's slowing things down right now on Route 8. Usually it would take you about 15 minutes to get through Route 8 northbound to southbound, 76 to 271. Average speeds right now about 48 miles per hour. Those southbound lanes moving a little bit quicker at 50 miles per hour, but still nonetheless, we are seeing about a 5-minute slowdown because of these downpours coming on through in the Akron area. Anthony's been talking about it all morning long. We've been taking a peek at 76 eastbound and westbound through there. Also some slow moving traffic. Anthony has reports of even hail coming down as well. So lots of hazards this morning. We're going to want to give yourself some extra time when you are traveling on roadways because things are very, very slick out there. Anthony, how are things moving along right now?
Well, we're still tracking the latest. In fact, we're going to be looking at a few sales down to the south we got to keep a close eye on. But I was going to try to write down the latest what we have on power outages. So just want to get a quick update on that. If Claire, go ahead, one of our producers in the back. 28,000 customers are without power overall across Northeast Ohio. All right, 15,000 that's reported in Cuyahoga County. All right, 6,600 in Lorain County. All right, we got 2,700 in Lucas County. That's just outside of our viewing area. But the overall trend, folks, these storms are meaning business. They're dishing out a lot of wind damage. possibly some downed trees, some downed limbs. And now we got a few reports of quarter to ping pong size hail reported not only in Summit County, Medina County, and this same storm is now blowing through much of Portage County as well. And also, we got to keep a close eye on what's happening in Wayne County. The sun is up. Things are beginning to heat up. Down to the south, folks, they have untapped energy, and they're just waiting for any type of trigger from an outflow from a thunderstorm, which we do have, to trigger additional thunderstorms that can quickly grow and produce some more damaging winds as well. So we're keeping a close eye of what's happening down to the south and the portions of Wayne County, but no warning is it's issue right now for these cells, but you can just see how things are gathering. And yeah, we do have more lightning associated with these cells that's booming through much of the Western Congress area. So no warning with these storms as of right now. But again, where we have the severe thunderstorm warning, we have a large polygon until 9:45. This is due to ping pong size hail. This is for Medina County, Summit County, also into Portage County. That is till 9:45, and we also have this warning also into 9:45 for the northern branch of this system, Ashtabula County, Trumbull County, due to the potential of penny-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds as we go into the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. So that is what we have overall right now when it comes to alerts, and we're still recovering across the metro when it comes to that flood risk as well. But we're still on the backside of things, and we're beginning to dry out across the Cleveland metro. So severe clear across all of Cuyahoga County. All the ingredients, all the severe stuff is blowing through our far easternmost communities right now. So let's zoom back in and let's have a little bit more detail of what's happening. We still have a cluster of heavy, intense lightning right along the lakeshore, along I-90, right offshore here. And this is where we have the potential of seeing possibly those straight line winds. Now, the good news is, earlier, if we were tracking these storms around 8:30, 9 o'clock, we had some real wind energy. It was even showing up on reflectivity with that Boeing segment. Now, as you take a look at this radar image, it still has the characteristics of potential winds that's blowing out from the storm this way. But this is also being supported by some upper level energy that's catching up on the backside of this storm and is allowing the storm to fan out. So therefore, you have this segment that's showing up as somewhat like a backward C. That's how it looks, but it's called a Boeing segment because it bows out from the rest of the squall line here that's blowing through. And check out the lightning, folks. I mean, it's no mystery. This is where we have the most intense wind, the most intense lightning right now. So let's pull up our velocity product here, and it's just showing you, yeah, it's confirmed. We do have some showers, some thunderstorms, producing some great line winds through Trumbull County, through Lenox, right along Route 6 here between Chardon as you get over to Andover. Lenox, you guys are seeing potentially some 60-mile-an-hour winds over to Trumbull County. We've been talking about the latest power outage. Customers, significant customer numbers that's out of power right now for First Energy. And unfortunately, when you see winds like this on radar, expect more right now moving through eastern Cuyahoga County, now moving into southwestern Ashtabula County. That's why we have this warning until 9:45. Now, the good news is they're in and out. They're in and out. They're going to be lasting less than 15 minutes because they're moving.
Yes.
Now, this radar image, this radar data is being pulled from the Cleveland radar, which is several miles to the west. So we're looking at the mid-level section of this storm. So more than likely, potentially 50 to 60 mile-an-hour winds. So the image is showing some gusty winds as we go throughout the afternoon. All right. What am I doing here? All right, let me. right, here we go. We're back online. Just had a little bit of a technical issue here, but had to trade out mics. We've been talking since 5 o'clock this morning, but all right, just got to get all hooked up here. All right, folks, I'm all connected here. Let's get back to what National Weather Service is saying right now. I believe we have a brand new warning. All right, start in Summit County. I believe it's for those storms I was just talking about earlier in the show. So let's do a quick reset here, folks. We're looking at brand new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for northern Summit County. This is until 10:15 here. Wow, folks, this is you take a guess which storm is in question here, where all the lightning is located. So this is what we're going to be looking at. So this is a new storm, new polygon in place until 10:15, possible 60-mile-an-hour winds, and also quarter-size hail. Expect tree and power lines to be down due to this system, due to this storm that's moving to the southeast at 45 miles an hour. So it's located over Hartville and or about 11 miles southeast of Akron. Is moving to the southeast at 45 miles per hour. So we have the warnings, a couple warnings until 9:45, and then we have this brand new warning at 10:15 here. So notice how we have a mean flow of storms that's moving to the east, but this one is taking a southeastward turn. So it's feeding off the storm energy, the instability that's building already for this morning. So it's taking a more southeastward turn compared to the rest of the storms we have to the north. That's feeding off the upper level support that's due to a boundary that's up to the north of us. So I just want to show you the overall evolution of this as we take a regional look at what has transpired over the past hour. So notice how we have the main flow of the winds going from west to east, and down to the south, you have these storms, these individual little cells that's taking an independent turn to the southeast. So this is really concerning. When you have storms acting independently and flowing off its own independent atmosphere, that is not good, folks. That is allowing these storms to become more organized. And when storms become more organized, it's able to feed off its own energy, possibly cause more rotation, possibly cause more wind damage, and also possibly cause a little bit more long durational event with this. So we're going to be looking at this. And if we take a look at this image, wow, this is something we've got to keep a close eye on. The southern edge of this system has a little bit more gathering, so possible looking at an inflow notch of maybe some low-level rotation on the backside of this. I'm not saying, nor am I hoping for it, but we got to look at what the radar is showing, and there's a reason why this storm is taking a more independent turn compared to the rest of the storms. It's moving from west to east. This is really moving in its own, it's doing its own little thing, and it's going to be able to gather a little bit more energy. Whether or not it's able to gather more rotational energy for a potential tornado is still, we got to wait and see. But we have this severe thunderstorm warning. It's a 10:15 that does include much of Portage County, now moving into, Stark County into 10:15. And that does include the communities of Louisville as you get over to Marlboro, also over to Lexington as well. You guys are all included under this new warning until 10:15. So let's do a quick polygon, tracker on this. So within the next 30 minutes, this is moving to the southeast at 45 miles an hour. So North Canton at 9:35, over the Plain at 9:43, Louisville at 9:45, Freeburg at 9:51, over to New Franklin at 9:50. 57. So we got to see how this is going to evolve here, because this is something new and different, and it's feeding off the low level energy, that storm energy, the CAPE, the convective available potential energy that grows from the surface, and if it does able to get attached to what's happening to the upper levels as the storm system continues to grow. Now we have a little bit more wind shear, some rotational value to this system. But right now, we're just looking at a plain old severe thunderstorm warning, and it's highlighted for northern Summit County until 10:45, possible 60-mile-an-hour winds. Also looking at the threat of some gusty winds of 60-mile-an-hour winds. Also looking at the threat of quarter-size hail as well. So this is the latest tracker we have. This is moving to the southeast at this point at 45 miles per hour. So that's the brand new update. We got to keep a close eye, and hopefully this new scan will allow this radar image to flatten out compared to this little curl it's trying to make. But it's doing its own thing, folks. This is something that's concerning and what you don't want in a severe weather setup here. So let's zoom things back out. It is a lot to track here. I haven't forgotten about you guys in Portage County, and this is the same system that produced quarter-size to ping-pong-size hail earlier in Medina County and Summit County. Let's check out the latest hail values, hail potential with this. So here it is. This is the aftermath of what happened throughout the central Summit County. And right now, I'm not seeing a lot of resurging of quarter-size or even small-size hail with this, but it was tagged with potentially ping-pong-size hail. We have reports of that out of Medina and Copley Township, even locations in closer to Akron have reports of quarter-size hail with this. But again, we got to keep a close eye on that. There's a hail aspect of it, but again, the wind, hail, and now we're possibly looking at possible a little bit more rotation with one of those storms in Stark County as well. So here it is on reflectivity. The lightning, we know it's here, so we can minus that and subtract that. I really want to see how things are behaving with this overall radar image. And still, the new radar scan, we still have this little buckling along the southern edge of this storm just to the south of Lake. So we got to keep a close eye how this is going to evolve. You don't want a hook to show up. That means the low-level winds are converging on the southern tip of this storm, and that is where you typically have a mesocyclone to develop, or the tornado genesis, the beginning of a tornado that could form. But right now, we're just looking at possibly some gusty winds, possibly upwards to 60-mile-an-hour winds, possibly some penny-sized hail, and also we're looking at some heavy rain and a ton of lightning, folks. So let's check out the lightning. Here it is, just in this one radar image over the past 15 minutes. Over 350 lightning strikes. This thing is loaded with a ton of lightning now moving through Atwater and also moving into southern Portage County. But this warning is also mainly includes northern Summit County as we go throughout the next, I'll say the next 45 minutes until 10:15. As we take a look at the latest warnings we have. Here it is, right here, showing where we have this warning for Summit County and also for Stark County. This is till 10:45. We have this one polygon here. This is for Summit County, and mainly Summit County, you guys are done, but this is for Portage County up to the north for the potential of seeing some quarter-size hail, and up to the north into Ashtabula County. We're still going with this warning, at least for the next several minutes, I believe until 9:45. That's what they tagged it with, until 9:45. We're still looking at potential of straight line winds with this as well. So let's bring things over back to velocity. Let's see how the winds are behaving right now with this warning that's quickly zipping to the east at about 45 miles per hour here. All right, let's take a look at, over 40 people. Thank you so much, Brissa. Over 40,000 people without power. 40,000. My goodness, that is significant because of the wind. Straight line winds, that's the thing about straight line winds. It's not a tornado, but straight line winds is able to create widespread wind damage. It is able to cover a large piece of real estate. So it covers communities on top of communities. And, you know, it's just not good because of just how widespread compared to more localized gusty wind we typically have with these little pop-up thunderstorms. This is a widespread event, and unfortunately it is impacting much of our lakeshore areas right now. So again, we got this warning until 9:45 and for Ashtabula County. And we're mainly going to be looking at velocity here, the wind, seeing how the wind is, and it's still showing up really, really bright. Let's look at the velocities readings right now. Pierpont over to Andover, you guys are being hit, clobbered with some heavy downpours and possibly some gusty winds, straight line wind energy blowing through on the leading edge of all this. So 50 to 65 mile an hour winds blowing through Pierpont over to Conneaut. You guys are up next. Ashtabula, you're in the brunt of it right now. Kingsman, you're seeing some gusty winds as well over to Cortland as well. So let's cancel that out. Let's see what the rest of these storms are doing as far as wind energy. So let's zoom things out. Again, not all that bright on velocity as you look further down to the south over to Portage County, over to Rootstown, over to Palmyra, maybe a gusty wind or two. Again, that is where we have the potential of seeing, wow, a little bit of a couplet showing up as you head east of lakes. So keeping a close eye on that. Let's see what the roads are doing right now. Briss, are you ready to pass along?
Yeah. I'll take the baton. Yes.
Okay.
All right, we are tracking quite a few road closures, but first I want to start with this live look outside. This is down in the Summit County area, 76 here at Wolf Ledges Parkway. Things certainly looking better than they were. Even just about 10 minutes ago, things are starting to clear up in this stretch. But if we do take a look at the big picture map, we see all those little icons, most of them with those red X's. That is road closures. If we get to the big picture map by chance, we'll be able to see some road closures and all the X's. And we have quite a few, some due to down power lines, down trees. There are several reasons why we are seeing a few different road closures. I'm not sure if we're able to pull up weather 3 by chance. There we are. Yeah, so here's all the icons that we were just talking about here. So if we zoom on in, the first one is over here in the Solon area. We actually have this road closure that popped up probably about 12 minutes ago or so, and it's right here in this stretch. This is due to a fallen pole. So because of that, officials did have to block off this entire portion of Solon Road right now between Bainbridge Road and Som Center Road or Route 91. If you're traveling through that portion of Solon, you are going to need to reroute yourself this morning because we do have a pull down through that stretch. It's also a very highly traveled stretch, so it might slow a lot of drivers down this morning. Elsewhere around town, we have another road closure. This one's along Route 82 between Avery Road and Marketplace Road. This one's due to a downed tree. We also have reports of down power lines, also through other areas of our viewing area. So we are continuing to track all of those to see what's causing the most problems for drivers. But really, if you are traveling out east on past Menor into the Ashtabula County line area, as Anthony was saying, we are just seeing very wet road conditions. We have seen people with their hazards on driving. We've also seen some drivers even needing to pull off to the side of the road because the water is just coming down so fast. It's not impossible to drive in, but certainly just something to know before you do head on out the door. And like I said earlier, it is slowing things down just a bit through Summit County. Things are looking a little bit better, but earlier, even just 15 minutes ago, to get through this stretch here between 76 and 271. That was taking you 20 minutes. Now it's only taking you 16. So things are certainly looking better through that portion of Summit County. But portions of Lake County, especially if you're traveling I-90 this morning, you are going to want to take it easy and give yourself some extra time. And these storms also causing lots of power outages this morning throughout our viewing area. Over 40,000 people right now are sitting without power here through our entire Northeast Ohio area. 26,000 of them are in Cuyahoga County, and over 6,600 people right now in Lorain County are without power. But the biggest number we are following here is over 40,000 First Energy customers currently without power throughout our viewing area. And here's a look at that map of power outages this morning. If we dive on in here to Cuyahoga County, you can see where all of that red is moving on in, or orange, you could say. That's where we are seeing the thickest of our power outages. But again, in Cuyahoga County alone, right now, according to the First Energy map you were seeing here, here on your screen. 26,000 people currently without power. These storms moved in so fast, and we are continuing to see more and more power and electrical issues right now. Again, we have down trees, down power lines and poles throughout the area. So make sure that you are just driving safe and using caution this morning. Anthony, things moving pretty quickly on your end for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We have a brand new watch that's out right now for communities east of 77 here. So this is brand new. We only have one warning, and that is for Stark County. So we've gotten rid of the warning that was supposed to cancel at 9:45 in Ashtabula County. And we only have one warning. This is for Stark County, and this is a brand new watch. This is from the Pittsburgh office. This watch goes until 3 o'clock for this afternoon. So that includes our far easternmost communities. We also have this flood advisory that includes Cuyahoga County until 11:30. That is for that round of just torrential downpours with the storms hitting at the morning drive. So I don't know if they're going to continue that until 11 o'clock. All right, we got a brand new warning. All right, brand new warning. This is now until 10:30. All right, let's clear things off here. All right, so this is a brand new warning that includes Holmes County and far eastern Wayne County. I believe this is going also until 10:30. All right, so we have a 10:30 warning, and we also have a 10:15 warning. So we're going to be watching this for the next 30 minutes or so. So quick little reset here. So those storms that blew through the metro is crossing over state lines, sub-severe now. Now we have all the energy located to the south, and check out, wow, where we have all the lightning located. This thing is one powerful storm. You just tell how much energy, how much electricity this storm is able to maintain as it's continuing to push off to the east. But this is certainly the most intense part of the storm cell right now. So I showed you the lightning. Here it is. 300 lightning strikes, 15 minutes. It's lightning. It's lightning. That's it. So let's get to where we have the potential of seeing the gusty, the strongest winds with this cell right now. Again, I'm really concerned just to the west of Mulberry, just to the east of Lake, where we have this little couplet showing up right now. Not all that impressive, but again, maybe some minor rotation nested inside of this storm. And there's something we really have to watch for if we take a look at reflectivity. Maybe a minor rotation with this. I don't want to be optimistic about it, but I do want to be optimistic about it. But this is something we got to closely watch. Some small rotation with some of these thunderstorms, and the difference with this thunderstorm. The direction is moving. It's moving to the southeast. The rest of those storms earlier were moving across a boundary up to the north. This has a little bit more independence, has a little bit more agency. It's able to feed off and thrive in its own environment, meaning it's able to sustain and do its own thing. So it can rotate, it can pull down some gusty winds, it can pull down a microburst or strong gusty winds. It's definitely producing a lot of lightning. So right now it is maturing, and we have to see whether or not it's going to continue to evolve and produce maybe some rotation. Some low-level wind shear is definitely present with this if we take a look at what's happening on velocity. So again, if it's any wind, we have a couple little broad areas of rotation. Not all that obvious right now, but it's kind of going in and out. So I'm thinking the National Weather Service is doing a great job of holding back on a tornado warning. Just a severe thunderstorm warning until 10:15. We also have a brand new warning. This is for Carroll County, but that's just clipping the northern edge of Carroll County. It's mainly going to be a Mahoning County warning for them. So again, this is for northern Carroll County, 10:45, and we still have these warnings, a couple of warnings for Stark County and also for Holmes County until 10:45 as well. So here it is on reflectivity. We have the rain blowing through, and we also have these thunderstorms on the southern edge, southern tier of this storm that's producing a lot of lightning. And this is what I really want to highlight. This is the difference. notice where the Cape is. This is where we have highlighted in red. I was talking about this all morning long. We have a couple things that's going to be working in our equation for these storms to develop and feed off the energy to sustain itself. Either a boundary or either some leftover boundaries or some available potential energy. This is what we call CAPE, convective available potential energy. It's no potential. We have the energy and it's feeding off that. But the difference is the winds, the straight line winds we had across the metro, all that blew through from the upper levels of the atmosphere. All this we have down to the south is surface based. So it's feeding off the humidity and all the heat that's been accumulated from the surface. So therefore, these storms want to go to the area of least resistance, which is more heat and more humidity. So therefore, they're able to react and switch in direction independently compared to the mean flow of storms that's moving in from west to east. Also, yeah, you're looking at it. We have, wow, the rain, the storm train continues. Hopefully what's happening off to the west, we'll be running into a much stable environment because we're definitely getting our share of rain, and that's going to cause for rain-cooled air to hopefully cool things off as this next round of storms blows through that's already inbound for us. So quite an active morning for us, but I just want to show you this highlighted in orange and red. That is where we have CAPE, convective available potential energy, and the difference is how these storms are behaving and blowing up. They're able to feed off that and wants to go where we have more convective potential energy located. So let's zoom back in right now on velocity and seeing what's happening in Stark County right now. So again, when it comes to the wind, not a lot of wind with this. Let's talk about the hail. The hail parameters right now, we have reports of hail off to the west, in Medina and Akron, over to Akron, Copley. You guys have reports of ping pong size hail. Maybe some quarter-size hail just to the east of Lake. So this cell is able to produce some hail, so it's becoming more organized compared to the rest of the storms we have further up to the north. And when storms produce hail, that's letting me know it has a well-organized updraft to sustain those water particles. They're able to bounce around and feed off of each other and able to collect. And also those hailstones are able to sustain a little bit longer in the updraft. So you have incredible size hail, not only those penny size hail, but now we're looking at potentially quarter size to ping pong size hail. So those water droplets are freezing and bouncing back and forth from the freezing level. So it's melting, refreezing, melting, refreezing, eventually falling out of the thunderstorm and eventually hit the surface. But that process of going back and forth and melting and refreezing, that allows those hailstones to become a little bit bigger. So, we have a well-organized updraft. The vertical growth of these thunderstorms are able to sustain a little bit longer. So you have these hailstones falling out of those thunderclouds once it comes a little bit too more and gravity takes over and able to fall towards the surface. Same thing with raindrops here. So again, we're looking at the possible quarter-size hail upwards to possibly over a quarter-size hail reported in northern Stark County, this is just to the east of Lake. As you get closer to State Route 44 over to State Route 619 in between Lake and Mulberry as you get into northern Stark County. Nothing reported from Ken right now. But definitely we had some reports of hail being reported. I want to look over chat right now, National Weather Service chat room. It gives us information, reports from local storm reports, local trained spotters giving us information, along with emergency services giving us additional information. This is from the Cuyahoga County Skywarn damage report. Bedford Heights near Route 82. This is reported at 9:40, so about 14 minutes ago. Several tree limbs are down. 12-inch diameter tree down across the road. Traffic signal lights have bent mountains I don't know what he's trying, but I think he's trying to say traffic signal lights are down and bent over. Additional branches down, ranging upwards to 3 inches in diameter. This is coming from the Skywarn coordinator. This is all coming from Cuyahoga County and Bedford Heights. So we got some reports, not only when it comes to power outages, now we got some wind damage reports coming in from the metro as well. Any other reports outside of hail? I believe that's all we have as far as like still watching for the flood risk, but we have reports, a few reports from Medina and Summit County of that significant size hail, quarter size to ping pong size hail, and that is potentially what we're looking at that's falling out of the sky across northern Stark County between Lake and Marlboro, as you get over to State Route 639 here. So again, some significant hail falling in this part of the system, this part of the storm, and we have the ongoing, this warning now has been extended into Tuscarawas and Carroll County. So this is including all of our far southeasternmost communities. No tornado warning, no tornado possible with any of these warnings, but we're looking at a brand new warning that does include Tuscarawas County into 10:45, and the main hazards we're going to be looking at, again, quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, a lot of lightning. That's another hazard too, so don't discount that. And also looking at the possibility of some torrential downpours. This is moving to the east. This system, this part of the storm is moving to the east at 35 miles an hour. Again, main hazards, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and also quarter-size hail for this new warning that's issued from the National Weather Service that include much of Tuscarawas County, Carroll County as well. So now we have the southern branch of this system. Again, that's where we have all the storm energy located, surface-based energy. So now we're looking at the new threats of potentially quarter-size hail, upwards to 60-mile-an-hour winds. And we're also going to be looking at the rotational value of some of these storms. Some low-level shear could be introduced. And now we're looking at a new equation of possibly the beginning of maybe some tornadoes being spawned from some of these storms as well. We don't want that, but again, a lot of lightning, some hail. We talked about Stark County. Now we have a new cluster of lightning, possibly looking at some more hail coming out of these storms as well. All right, yeah, there he is. We got a new, not as intense, but a new hail swath that's moving over Wayne County into Holmes County. Beach City, possibly seeing some minor size hail. Let's do a quick tracker on this. This is half inch, maybe quarter size to marble size hail, moving over to the Strasburg area, over to Bolivar, Mineral City. You guys are up next, over to Magnolia. You guys could see some quarter size hail as well. So that's quarter size. The hail threat is real with this. But again, we're mainly looking at maybe some gusty, short-term gusty winds compared to the widespread wind energy we had earlier with our northern storms. The southern storms a little bit more isolated and also a little bit more organized because it's feeding off surface-based heat and humidity. So I believe we're going to keep a close eye on this. As of right now, we are severe clear. If you live east of 77, we have more storms. They could be inbound. We'll break in if we have additional warnings. Keep yourself safe out there, folks.